called the Alfie Cox Duel Sport Festival, a weekend of adventure bike riding. We're at the Sierra Ranch in KZN near the town of Moy River, and Alfie Cox has invited us along for his Duel Sport Festival. Dual Sport, well, that's exactly what it is, about riding on-road and off-road with adventure motorbikes. 170 odd motorcyclists and passengers have come along for this weekend, so stay with us. A couple of days of riding around this great area in KZN. The weather's not looking too sharp, but we're going to have fun nonetheless. It's all about adventure bike riding. You may ask, what is an adventure motorcycle? Basically, it's a bike that can go anywhere, road, off-road, and long distances. The main thing is to go long distances. We're at the Sierra Ranch, which was made famous by Jim Redman. He actually owned the Sierra Ranch way back in the 1980s. This is Roger Barnes from the south of Johannesburg.
Wow, here we go, let's go. Right, go. And where, there you go, there's a route.
Are you there already?
Well, yep, that's where we're going to, or we're going from. There we go, 0, all ready to go. Screen's misting up.
Well, it does look like Roger is rather proud of his brand new Garmin GPS on his BMW, riding along with his lady friend there. A lot of dual riders as well, pillions on the back of the bikes. The route basically takes us through the Midlands meander, a combination of tar and dirt roads for today. The wet weather, though, should make life rather interesting for some of these riders. And Alfie Cox, synonymous with KTM, has opened this adventure weekend up to all sorts of bikes and riders, not just KTMs.
Ah, it's brilliant. It's absolutely wonderful. How could it be better? Beautiful clear day, sunny, dry, not cold. It's wonderful.
Sy machine sê nooit iets nie. Dit gaan kwaai. Ek laat jy weer sonskyn, warm, wat meer wil jy hê?
Yes, Alfie did promise us good weather. Well, up towards the Sani Pass, it's looking a little bit brighter. KTM 950 Super Enduro going past. This is Daryl Curtis and the boys who are along for the weekend as well. And Daryl nowadays is the main agent for the Garmin GPSs. He's got his mate along for the ride, and that's Rian Finnico, both national off-road champions.
I'm having a joy. I just wish Rian would stop throwing stones at me. I had one clap me on my leg just now. I wanted to stop and start crying. But it's awesome. The sun's coming out now, and I think there's a little pathway down there we want to try to get to because it looks really good down there.
Bietjie koud, maar ek dink die weer gaan beter raak later in die middag en ek en Daryl het 'n heel kompetisie in die raai heel daarbo. Ons gaan kyk wie kan eerste bo kom. Ek dink hy gaan tweede kom.
Well, it's the KTM Dakar 660 bike. This particular bike has done the Dakar. It's fantastic. It just keeps going and going and going. It doesn't look so good on the outside, but inside she's solid, reliable. She's got roughly 9,000 kilometers on the clock. I imagine she's good for at least another 50.
Oz achieving a lifelong dream by riding in this year's Dakar. A number of South Africans nowadays taking part in the famous Paris-Dakar, and it's these sort of bikes that they normally ride. It's getting wet down in the forest. Many of the riders taking it really easy on this early stage of the adventure weekend. This is Brian Bontekoning riding alongside Alfie Cox on his 950 Super Enduro. It looks like Alfie really enjoyed that one. Brian Bontekoning a little bit embarrassed about that little fall right in front of the two wheels cameras.
That's awesome. It's challenging. District roads normally are sort of mediocre, but yeah, we've had some tricky little sections and managed to keep it on two wheels, which is a good thing. It's one for a day. Yeah, on two wheels, yes.
We're heading around Moy River towards the Nottingham Road area and then on to Curry's Post. Great countryside for riding motorcycles. Alfie Cox on the limiter.
This morning we didn't really have good weather. It was a bit misty, and then the rain came down, but I think it's been a real challenge. I know a lot of people yesterday said, oh, are we only going to ride gravel roads? And the gravel roads have really turned into quite an adventure. But we've seen a couple of guys fall down, but very slow speeds, and everybody's got good spirits, and yeah, it's going incredibly well. I think everybody's having such a jaw. It doesn't matter about the weather. The sun's out now, and yeah, we're going to continue to the end of the day, and we're very happy, and I think there's a lot of smiles, and yeah, it's going very well.
Not for me. I'm frozen stiff. I've got dry weather clothing on, and it's absolutely freezing cold. Let's up the pace a wee bit. Time for a petrol stop.